Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video in which we are going to learn about singleton design pattern in Java programming with the help of examples. So guys, in Java, singleton is a design pattern that ensures that a class can only have one object. So inside Java class, it ensures that only one object can be created, and this thing is called singleton design pattern in Java. So to create a singleton class, a class must implement following properties. So there are three properties over here that a class must implement. That is, it should have a private constructor so that no other class outside this particular class can create an instance of this singleton class. The next thing is private static attribute of the class type. So we are going to have a field of this singleton class type so that it can be instantiated within that class, and there is no other object outside this class that can be created for this singleton class. And then the very last thing is a public static method in order to get the instance of this particular class. So guys, what can be the example of a singleton class? So singletons can be used while working with databases. They can be used to create a connection pool to access the database while reusing the same connection for all the clients. So guys, let us check this with the help of example now in Eclipse IDE. So over here we are going to create a class, that is a database class, and then inside this class we are going to have three properties as mentioned over here. The very first thing is a private constructor. So as you know, a constructor is nothing but a method with the same name as that of the class name. So we are going to have a private constructor, that is the name of the class, and then it is going to be an empty constructor, so it is not going to do anything. Now the next thing is we have private static attribute of the class type. So guys, we are going to have a field over here which will be a private static field, and it will be of the type, that is of this class type. So I'm going to copy this database class over here, paste this over here, and then we are going to have the object name as the DB object. So guys, this DB object, it is the object of this class, that is database, and since it is private, no other class outside this class database can access this particular field over here. Now in order to access this DB object, we are going to have a public static method, that is get instance. So we will have a public static method over here. So we have public static method. So the method name is going to be get instance over here, and what will be the return type of this method? It will be the data type of this class, that is database. So I'm just going to copy this and paste this over here. So guys, what this will do is it will initialize this DB object and return this DB object to the variable from where it is being called, that is get instance is being called. So let us check this. So over here what we are going to do is, first we are going to check whether this DB object is actually initialized or not. So we will check DB object over here. DB object, is it equal to null, which means is it really assigned or not, and if it is equal to null, we have to create an instance for this. So DB object, it will be, so usually how we do is using the new operator and then followed by the name of the class. So what we are doing over here is we are just creating a new instance of this database class with the help of the object name, that is DB object, equal to new database over here. So guys, if it is null, then we are creating an instance of it, and then once we have created the instance of this, we are going to return this instance. So we have return DB object. So we are going to return this DB object. So guys, to make it more clear over here, what we have done is we have created an object of this class, that is database. So usually we do it in the main method over here, that is in order to create the objects, but we cannot do the same in the singleton classes. That's because the property of a singleton class is we can only have one object of this class, and this is the one object, that is DB object over here, and then we are making the constructor as private so that no other class can call this particular constructor in order to create a new object out of it. And then in order to initialize this object, that is DB object, we are having a public static method get instance, which is going to return the type, that is database, that is the type of this class, and it is going to initialize the DB object if it is equal to null, and it is going to return the DB object. Now guys, in order to check whether the DB object is actually initialized or not, what we will do is let us have another public method over here. So it will be public void method. Let us say we have the name of the method as get connection. So we have get connection without any parameters over here, and we are just going to print over here the statement that is connection to database is successful. So guys, we have this string over here that is connection to database is successful. Now in order to ensure that this DB object is actually created and initialized and is the only single object of this singleton class, we have to call this get connection and get this string printed. So guys, what we will do over here is inside this main method, we are going to use this singleton class name that is database, and then we will have db1 as the object. Now guys, we cannot have multiple objects, we just had db object over here, but we are using this db1 object in order to create this db object by calling this get instance. So what we will do over here is we will use db1 object equal to, and since we have used the static keyword over here for this get instance method name, we are going to use this class name in order to access this get instance. So guys, as we have seen previously, in order to access the static fields or methods, we have to use the class names. So we will use the database class name dot get instance. So guys, what this will do is database.get instance, the control flow will go over here inside this get instance. It will check whether it is equal to null or not, and if it is equal to null, then a new database, that is this particular instance, will be created only once, since this object is a static object, and then this db object will be returned. Now this db object that is returned will be assigned to this db1, and then using this db1 we can call the get connection method over here. So we will have db1.getConnection. That's because we have made it as a public method and it can be called using the object of this database class. So guys, this thing will ensure that every time we are just going to have this db object as the only object of this singleton class, and that is the property of the singleton class in Java. So guys, let me just save this file and try running this code now. So as we can see, connection to database is successful. So this thing is getting printed over here. Now guys, in order to ensure that only one object is being created, how can we verify in some other way? So let's say I'll just remove this part, that is db1 initialization, and instead of just having the object name over here, what I will do is I will try to create a new instance out of it using the new database keyword over here. So as you can see, there is already a red underline over here. It says the constructor database is not visible. So guys, this is the reason why we had made this constructor, that is database, as private, so that outside this class we cannot create more objects of this class. And as you can see, we cannot create more objects outside this class, and the only object that is created is db object inside this database class itself. And this confirms that this is the singleton class in Java. So guys, hopefully you have got enough knowledge about the singleton classes in Java and its usage as well. Please make sure that you practice on your own so that on different inputs you get different outputs. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to this channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. The next video that we are going to talk about is enums in Java programming, so stay tuned.